Tell me about Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad. Well, Mom was very pretty and she had bleached blonde hair that she always did up, and she wore fancy, nice clothes every day. And Dad was kind of gruff and stocky, but he was a businessman, so he wore suits. So whenever they came into the room, I had to make sure everything was in order. I had to make sure everything was ready and looked good. I had to hide myself. I didn't want them to see what I was doing. I didn't want them to see it until it was done, until it was finished and it was right and it was pretty and it was complete. I didn't want them to see what I was doing because they might not like it. They might tell me not to do it. I had to be all put together if they saw me. I had to measure up. I had to look good. Not talk too much. Not talk much at all. I wanted them to approve of me. I wanted their approval. I needed their permission if I was doing anything. I didn't ask for it very often because Dad's first answer was always no to anything I asked for or anything I wanted. He would say no, and then he'd wait, and then he'd reconsider, and then he'd usually decide okay. But I hated going through that process. I hated being told no, as if what I wanted was not a consideration. Even if I was going to be told yes eventually, I just didn't like that. And my mother used to tell me when we'd go to the store or go anywhere, don't ask me for anything. Don't ask me for anything. So I didn't. And I remember we used to go to Fur's cafeteria to eat dinner. And when we were checking out, there was this display case, and it had like gum and candy in it and stuff. And my sister, who was 5.5 years older than me, used to ask Dad if she could get some gum. And he would let her, and she would get gum. But I was afraid to ask for anything because I wasn't supposed to ask for anything, so I didn't. And I was amazed that Beth had the courage to ask for something and get it. So now I see myself. I feel triggered by this couple I know, this teaching couple. And I realize today that they have some similarity to the way my parents looked. And that I'm getting triggered by them because my inner child wants their approval, is afraid of sharing who we are. Because what if they don't approve? What if they don't see it that way? Because this teacher has often given me permission to do things, and it's like my inner child feels okay to do those things because he said so. My inner child likes him and likes what he says, even though there's a few things that I might disagree on, or that things that have been in my life that he goes a different direction on, which is all fine, you know. But I see how my inner child sets up these people as unapproachable and as someone she can't be herself with. And that's what we've done all our life. Just not show up or show who we are because we're afraid of others not approving, of others not understanding. We're afraid to be shut down. We're afraid to be made wrong. Here I am, a 68-year-old woman, but I feel like a child inside sometimes. And so I just don't say anything, you know. I just hide out. But it's time to change that, because it's time to interact with other people. I know I'm ready for it. I know my wise self knows how to do that. But it's a matter of bringing this inner child along and how she feels. So what can I say to her? I hear you. I see you. I know you. I see how you feel. That must have been painful, difficult to have to hide yourself all the time. To not have parents who were willing to see you. To feel like all the messiness of your life, all the things in progress had to be hidden away until you had some acceptable product to display, and then you would get rewarded, then you would get praised for good grades, for something you made that turned out well. But they didn't want to see all the process of getting there. And that was them. That was how they were. That was their own inabilities to really embrace life or to be seen for who they were. I'm sure they were carrying that from the way their parents had treated them and the way their parents had treated them, and on down the line. But I'm here to let you know that it's okay to be seen. It's okay to think the thoughts you think. It's okay to have the aspirations and dreams you have. I'm here with you. And we are going to find people who are willing to hear the things we have to share. People who are supportive and open and receptive. We're going to get over this hump, because I know it's just a matter of experience. I know it's coming, but we haven't had it yet. So it's a new experience. It's a new experience to be with people who see us as an equal, who acknowledge our gifts, the ones we think we have to hide away, because they're just too crazy, they're just too far out there. It's okay. It's okay. We'll take this at the speed of love, and we can do this. It's okay. It's okay. We'll find out. We're going to go forward, and that's all we have to do. And we'll find out.